Yo, what's good, YouTube? I'm back with another video. So now we're just live. We're just waiting for market open. Chilling. We got a lot of things marked out that we want to see happen, and from there, just waiting, patience. Not in a rush to trade. No need to force anything. Just have money. Got some news. New Year's coming up. Ain't really much to really try and do. So. I'll mute up, I'm gonna throw on some music and start charting. All right, yo, so we back. We're done pretty much charting. I got my understanding, like what I'd like to see happen, and from here, there's no rush, full patience, and just anticipating what could possibly happen. And there's nothing more than that. There's nothing more, nothing less. Mark out what you think you see happen, and you follow that. You follow those rules accordingly. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm not gonna do anything. Hands are gonna be just off, not really in a rush to trade. But if I do see what I'd like to see, you know, I know exactly where I want to target, where I think I should be targeting according to what I'd like to see. Market's gonna open in about 30 seconds, so that is it's a big thing. Face cam is here, is out here, but nigga is just slumped. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That nigga is tired. So I'm not even about to. I ain't about to keep that shit on for real, but it's a little slided. You know, just about to bump some music, keep this shit off for now. But yeah, so everything here, we got what we want to see happen. And from there, again, like I said, it's just a waiting game. You guys will see. I won't really have too much marked out more on my chart at the moment, you know. We could really change this just to a 15-minute and see where 3-minute rest inside of a 15-minute. Like I like this. I like this right here. This is pretty much like the shit I like to see. Hard time frame 15-minute. Generated internal buy side, and then we got discount, meaning like you take the low of the range, this range to this range, because you see how it's kind of pouring back in, and you find the 50% mark. So if you see, I do this, it looks a lot simpler. This solid line is discount. These are, that's why I have everything marked out clean. That's my sell side. So pretty much just weigh in and go from there. So right now, Nas is pushing towards these highs right here, while ES is kind of staying inside of this 1 minute. So you could recognize things happening before they happen. You know, the open's gonna validate a lot of shit or invalidate a lot of shit. So, you know, it's like there's this 1 minute hold or this 2 minute hold, 3 minute hold, whatever, you know, that you're looking for. You gotta be asking yourself the questions like, is it holding? Because if it's holding bearish, you know, and you have sell side resting right there, what, like, nothing's telling you can't short. And then I should mark out this low. At this low inside of a higher time frame fair value gap. So again, it's just it's not guess and check. Couldn't say that, but it's again, it's like seeing what you want to see happen, seeing if it plays out to like how you want to see it, and then going from there. So if you look closely, 2 minute open, we never tap back into it. So I'm gonna remove this change in the state because I wanted that change in the state there if it was gonna happen. So we get closer to the open, and then you guys can see. So boom, we take this high. I want to see if we take this high with it, because at the moment it's just this high. Take it, have an SMT. While ES just did not. The ES is still being held. So that's kind of what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to show you guys, like, see it happen before it does. Because now SMT high gets taken. We're inside of a. I do see us coming higher a little bit. Inside this 15 minute. So, and then we got a 3 minute above us. So I can see it come higher, but also we're so close to the sell side level, and we got this sell side below us as well, resting equal lows, resting relative equal lows, I should say. So now we got a couple minutes to the open. We're inside of that 15 minute, as you guys can see. We just swept it, and now we have higher time frame, not higher time frame, but we just have an SMT. The SMT like we wanted to see happen, and liquidity to the left of us is now taking. So this is important. We know we have an SMT in the market, but from the open, what happens? You know, because if ES just pushes up and takes this high as well, then it's not valid anymore. But if it doesn't, then we can possibly find our trade, you know, possibly. So I'm gonna check this lower time frame, like the 30-second. I'm gonna sell here.
Order filled.
Put my stop up there. I'm gonna target here. And we know this SMT is in place. So now if we get any lower, I want to see this hold though. I want to see this gap open up and hold. So do not want to see us come higher. SMT is in place. I just want to see this hold, and that'd be it. So
order filled.
3 more there. We're targeting that same exact low. We know we tapped. We know we did everything we needed to do. Don't want to see any higher. So that's gonna be one solid trade of the day. And you know, win or lose, I'm gonna mute up.
Order filled.
All right, so now we're back. Look, so the reason why I here at the open, I closed out on my trade early. Obviously, if I would have held on to it, I would have lost 270. So we're probably down about. So we're down 170. You know, so I saved myself. I saved myself extra, a whole bunch of extra essentially, because look, market comes down, and what do? The 2 minute we never filled in is exactly what we respect. And from there, on the 1 minute, we invalidate this gap, but we don't even change. Our change was supposed to be down here. So changing the state's supposed to be down here. We don't invalidate it, and we do not change in the state. So what does that tell me? It's still possibly is bullish, even though we have a resting sell side right there. So what does that tell me to do? It tells me to just take off my trade. Like it doesn't mean just because you say like all this is supposed to happen. Like, look, we invalidate this on the 30-second and this on the 30-second. We pull back to it. We're playing around. Looks like we're gonna get the fill that we like, and then boom. Once I seen another candle, did not do that, and then you drop down on the 15-second, and you have this large candle. Like this is supposed to be the expansion candle, and just to start like the move lower. Boom. This candle comes up. This candle meets that high. Boom. I'm out. This candle creates another tiny gap right there. No need to keep holding on to that trade. It's invalid. And if I would have held, I'm down 270 versus 170. So again, right now I'm just looking. I'm gonna keep my things in mind, keep everything that I want to see in mind. But again, there is no, you gotta be able to adapt to this shit. So there is no just set out, oh well, this is what's supposed to happen, and then boom, none of it happened. Nah, you can think that way, but that's a very like minuscule way to think. That's like you're not letting yourself be open up to more ideas. And in this game, you cannot be stuck up on something. You just can't. So right now, I'm not searching for a trade. I'm just seeing what price is trying to tell me, like what's going on versus, you know, I want to see what's happening. Because look, this is still clean in my opinion. This has no reason to come back higher, especially, excuse me, higher time frame SMT. And we know we have that. It's what started the move lower. So again, easily could be, this could be the rebalance. If you look at that, where are we at? When did that happen? Right up here. So like we're right back into discount if we want a short. So there's just so many things right now that I know I'm seeing and I'm looking at. I'm just waiting. I'm not impatient for this. I think I took a high quality setup. We did change lower time frame. And once I realized we did not change, then boom. I'm out. There's no need to continue to hold on to a trade that's showing you it's not gonna go in your favor. So right now, we took out. So we just came into this 1 hour. That's what we just did. We came into this 1 hour, see what we do inside of the 1 hour. And if we want to get lower, mind you, we got news at 10 a.m. Macro opens up in about 10 minutes. So we wait and we see. I did like that trade at 9:30, but guess what? Just because I liked it, it invalidated my idea. And you got to move on from it, gone, Not that I did not acknowledge why I lost or I didn't lose. I think that this was me reading it very clean. We invalidate this 1 minute, boom, it's done. Like as soon as it does not go to what you thought, you have to just forget. So now we're inside the 1 hour word and bearish. We have another 1 hour right above us. What happens here? Do we want to rebalance to then take this high and get up into this and then sell off? Let's check ES. 1 hour right above it as well. Right now, ES is inside this 1 hour that we're just still respecting. It's clear, it's obvious. And then we have this 1 hour gap right above us as well. So if I am bearish, I'm gonna be looking for price to hold in favor. So I'm looking for bears, higher time frame fair value gaps, which are these. Essentially, you have to learn what that means and why they do what they do, but I'm explaining what they do. So we got all this buy side to the left of us. It's now taken out, and now it is a reason for market to reverse. But the reversal is what you want to see. So the reversal is the more important. The move of the reversal is the more important thing that you want to see. I'd wait for a change. I'll wait for a change. Some people wouldn't. That's a valid change. No gap displaced in favor though, but it can be created. So what would I do? I'll just wait. I'll just wait. Wait patiently. Allow the market to tell you. And, again, of that range, we're now in discount inside of a 1 hour to possibly send us back lower. And we're still inside of this 1 hour until 10 o'clock. So if we didn't invalidate this, cool. Doesn't matter because we're still inside of more, which would probably be it's a small 4 hour up there. But you can work it out. I know it's there. I do know it's there. Just based off of price action and once you start watching and watching, you don't have to have everything marked out on your screen. So if you look at it, this looks like, a whole bunch of crazy shit. When you clear your chart though, it's like, all right, I still can see the market kind of coming back lower. And that's essentially just all I'm waiting for, that actual move. And that was the move. Like at the open, that was the move. SMT was put in, and then eventually we ran it. SMT gets invalidated, and which doesn't mean anything anymore. It's gone. So, want to see what happens here. This could be another stab, but still gonna wait. Not really too confident. Nothing's really happening. Like no really fair value gap gets put in. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm really gonna be hands off. And if we see anything that we like, anything in favor, sorry. So the 15-minute, this 15-minute candle is gonna close. We're probably gonna get a 15-minute change in the state here. So that means market will possibly rebalance to this 15-minute change in the state. So higher could be the draw. And we got buy side liquidity up there, resting at 1 hour. So 30 seconds, we're gonna be inside of all of these gaps, all of these 1 minute gaps, 2 minute gap, resting at that change in state. So it's starting to be a little bit more obvious to me that a bit higher is the draw, and I could attack that. So we didn't get it on ES though. We did get a 5 minute. We ran this 5 minute. So we're back at it right now. And this is premium. This is premium right there. I'm just gonna delete that. So look, we got that 15 minute. We invalidated it. We're not respecting bearish anymore. From there, we change in the state on the 15 minute. Higher time frame told me that. And now, wait for that touch. Wait for that pullback. I want to see it dig a little bit deeper.
Order
buy
filled.
5 here. Stop's gonna go here. right below that. We'll just wait. So we tap back into that 15-minute change, which is also, you look on higher time frame, 5-minute fair value gap. I'm gonna put it right below it. So from here, it's just waiting, it's patience. We'll mark out, we're gonna target our buy side liquidity right up there. That's resting at that. So from here, I'm hands off. I have no other needs to trade. This is exactly what I want to see. This is what I like. And again, it's adaptability. It's being able to see what the market's giving you, not what I want to see. You know, yeah, I wanted to see short bias, but in order to go lower, we have to move higher. And there's just things that genuinely have to happen first. So from here, I do like this. If market does not respect this bearish imbalance, which is a 1 minute, mind you, we're inside of a 1 minute bullish, then what's it called? So if we respect it, we're gonna get lower. I can expect a whole bunch of manipulation. Macro's gonna open up in 3 minutes. We're super close to that 1 hour above on ES. So again, we got a lot of generated buy side. I think this is super clean. I'm gonna be hands off. We're just gonna watch. I mean, from here, anything can happen. So see what this looks like right there. You tap that 5-minute change. So we're at that 5-minute change. It's a 3-minute change, 2-minute change. So just time a tiny bit more. Discount resting right at 3-minute change in the state. Tapped it. From here, I don't want to see much lower, but again, you have to just wait and be patient. What the market tells you. I'm not stressing it. I'm just allowing the market to read and react for itself. So we're inside of this 1 minute. That now we look like we're respecting, but it is a higher time frame. So we're inside of a 3 and a 5. not a 15. So it looks like it's gonna come and stop us from here. So we're not gonna allow. So we're inside of this still. Honestly, it's just patience. It's waiting. Not unsure what the market wants to do, but again, what your risk allows you to do it allows you
Order
to have
filled.
certain levels. So boom, we're stopped. Doesn't mean that the market's gonna not come any lower or then reverse back higher. But we were on both sides of it today. We tried both sides. Again, like right now I'm in a period where I'm not too worried about taking multiple stabs. I'm not trying to give myself hella chances to then, at the end of the day, you could lose a lot more money. But again, let's just see where we're at, what happened. Should we take out this buy side? Boom, swept. Which is super clean. But again, I still like the long. I really like the long. But if you check, and you hop on the 30-minute, now you look at this bearish imbalance right here, it's holding, to then be able to come back lower. So again, it has its everything has its not downside, but it has its like polar opposite. So like I want to see lower, but in order to go lower, we must move higher. And then we move higher, right? So now I'm only seeing this as a rebalance. I was only seeing this move as a rebalance, lower. But if you look, we respect this 1 minute, and now from there, we start moving lower. And this right there in itself right here is a trade. If you're short bias, tap inside this gap, stop and go here or above the gap, and then boom, you can target lower, this sell side, that sell side, boom. So it's multiple things, but for me, like I'm done. I'm not gonna like boom. I'm in a scaling period. So to lose 500 is not bad for me. Like I'm okay with this loss, only for the fact that I'm trying to put on more size and I want more size on these trades that I'm taking. Not for more money, but because I'm taking the same consistent trades. So again, like I said, it's not like the market won't do exactly what I thought it was gonna do, but it's when is more important. Like the timing of everything is more important than what actually happens. So just gonna keep watching, and like to be honest, it's just in my opinion, like it's a great learning day. It's great to always just see exactly what happened. And like I said, I'm not stressing it just because I know once you know what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be doing it, then from there, bro, it's literally just reps. But I do like this. I genuinely like this. Like we change here and we got buy side resting inside this 1 hour. But from here, you just gotta see what happens. And if we have like the market did put it tiny model in. But again, it's like I think I took what was clean, and from there you just gotta wait. You just gotta wait and see. Let the market tell you exactly what you know. Again, you're not always going to win. That's the thing. But when you are, when you are right, it's like, what are you doing? Where are you targeting? And, what's your focus? So, gonna look right here. Got this 1 minute. And if we invalidate this, and then we change to go lower, because order flow is going back up. So if we invalidate this gap that could hold us up, and which, boom, we invalidate it, should send price lower. But we are, remember, like we're inside of this 3 minute. I wanted my stop here, but then that's risking a lot more on that trade than I'd like. And again, once you lose, you just have to have the confidence. You have to have the understanding, like, word, I'm not gonna risk, over what I know I shouldn't be risking. And you gotta stick to that shit, That's why I'm just here. I'm just watching. I'm not gonna put another trade on. I really don't find it necessary. Again, recognize market conditions, where we're at, the time of the year, and all those things have a factor. But again, it's not like I couldn't capitalize on nothing, but when I should have, I feel like then I like it's supposed to happen somewhere around here, and that's what I'm noticing. If I'm on the opposite side here, and I can take a small loss, but then catch it reversing, the same exact thing happened. We come lower, we feel this too, we respect it. Okay, word. So that means bullish, and then look, we put a change right there, and where do we come right back to? Come right back to it, and we just boom, we're gone. To buy side, So it's like little things. It's very, very, very little things. But once you're able to see that shit, recognize it, and it doesn't like affect you in a bad way, then it doesn't matter from there. But that's why I said, like, come learn something. You gotta always learn something. Cause like, say I lose, right? Doesn't mean the next person didn't win. Or the next person lost as well. So it's a whole bunch of things. There's a whole like a lot of things that you gotta be able to accept each and every single day that it comes in. But boom, we gotta close through that. We didn't close through it, but if we distribute lower, then again we invalidate that 1 minute. We're inside the macro. We got news at 10 a.m. So there's a whole bunch of things right now. But it's clean. Price action is very, very clean. It's delivering. Price action is delivering. These are the moves you want to see happen. They're like, you know, hundreds of points. Like, this is nice in my opinion. I like this shit. So yeah, I mean, I'm just watching. I want to see what happens in these like next couple minutes, just so that like word, I get the feel of like that. Like that's exactly what I need to do. Take my notes, take my knowledge, hop in, journal, and from there, that's it. So 10 a.m. news dropping, and remember it's an orange folder. Orange folder. It's medium impact. It's not like nothing crazy, but bro, price action is clean. It's a Monday with news, so. And again, we got sell side still resting here and from there. So we took buy side, sell back off. Now we're just playing inside of this 5 minute. Stop was gonna go here, so I wanted my stop to go here. We short here at the change. Stop goes there. Would have been stopped if it's right there, but if we put it at the wick, still valid. Boom, and then We invalidate this. Fail to change. We're inside the macro still. Just gotta recognize that. Still respecting that 5 minute and the 3 minute. So I do like this shit. I still like the long idea that I did take. Market just had to get a bit lower. I will take this shit if it's super clean. I will take it. But if it's not, like if it's really not everything I want to see, then that should just be it, and we'll leave it at that. Again, I'm okay with the loss, and when you're in a period of when you're scaling up, you're trying to just scale up, meaning you're gonna put more size on per trade you take. Then you have to know what comes with that, and that's exactly what I'm trying to learn and accept this whole entire week and forward. You have to learn what comes with scaling up. It means losses are going to be a little bit bigger, but because that's me putting on, maybe 200, 300, 250, 150, just more per trade. But again, we didn't change. We failed to change again. And I'm not gonna force nothing. So boom, just gonna lock out for the day. Just call it there. There's no like actual rush to this. You come back in another day, and you stay confident. Always gotta stay confident. Like there's no need to be less confident because you took a loss or anything. Like losses are what teach you exactly what you're supposed to know, and like from there, that's what you want to see. That is exactly what you want to see. So I'm gonna put this here. I was targeting. I can't even find that shit. Yeah, like we're that close to sell side. We play around from there. It's like it's okay at the open. That's what I want to see at the open though. Boom. Displacement. Just gone. But like we got that. We got that. Boom, we displaced. Came up. It's just I know exactly what it is. It's just being inside of the trade and knowing what to do, which obviously I know exactly what to do inside the trade. It's just you gotta let this loss, the stop loss, be itself. Like you don't want to move that shit up and down, up and down. You'll never capitalize on it. But I think, well, obviously I know. I know exactly what I need to start doing as I get in my trades, scaled into my trades. Do this real quick. Yeah, I like that shit for exactly what it was. And, I'm gonna move this down just a little bit. I think personally, like, move higher and then we come lower. But just playing around right here, exactly what we did in the AM, like right there, still is gonna be the AM. I think we're gonna play for a little bit. It's a Monday. You can't expect every single thing to happen or be efficient, but that's why you just gotta be confident. And again, stay in the mindset of learning. Don't worry about what a loss, means. Because again, that's exactly what's gonna teach you what you need to do right for the next time. Like I could take what I could take from this. This is why I hide this. But again, I'm not afraid to show it. I'll show it. $522. I took two trades. Two trades. 340 and then that one was about like 170. Again, that's not bad at all. You know, I could take that shit and I'm okay with being losing and being in the red. I'm not focused on that. I'm not worried about that. All I'm worried about is like, okay, what could I learn from what had happened? And just be okay with what had happened. You know, accept it. Accept like what you've done. Like once like, you know, old me would come in, I'd lose this shit, and what would happen, bro? I can't accept whatever that number was, you know? I could not accept what that number was. So what would I do? Bro, I would go and try to make everything move in the market. I try to be the market mover. And bro, you could see how that shit goes like for yourself and try that shit. And bro, you won't be too pleased with exactly the results that you're gonna get, because that shit is not gonna be what you want. It's never gonna be what you want. It's just gonna be what the market does. And that's how you continue to learn though. You gotta be able to accept it. And like I do this shit for y'all. Like I like to show y'all like that's what two consistent trades look like. And I was in profit in both of them. You know, if you watch them, they look and they go to show like, all right, we're like tap that change, and when we tap it, we start getting that move, but then boom, bro, we just start playing around, start chopping, and from there nothing really happens. You know, like this is not essentially even what I'd want to see. Like say I'm shorting, none of this is what I'd want to see if I'm shorting. Though, like I said, the only trade I would have took is this. This fill inside the 1 minute, stop right above tight. This fill right here, stop above this at least, you know. This not really, this should open inside of this gap. So it's like I wouldn't want to see like much here. I just wouldn't. And that's okay. But again, it's not that it's not clean. It's still super, super clean. It's just to what you want to see, bro. That's what matters. It's what you want. It's genuinely not what I want. Like what I want to see is it's bullshit to anybody else's ear. You know, it should be. Just learning, yeah, I can show you exactly what to do. But bro, once you get into this shit and you know you're in it yourself, and you gotta be able to like see it for yourself. Like, what are you thinking at least? Like, what is your analysis? Like, that's just what's gonna be more important than anything what anybody has to say. So again, yeah, how you know, this is how you accept that shit. This is how you accept the loss. You could lock your shit out, or you just say you're not gonna trade anymore. I know how I am and where I come from. You know, like I know the habits that bro. There's a capability of me always taking another trade. You know, seeing something happen, catching that move like here to there, and you know, boom, now that shit's eight back. But I don't really care. Like I know that I can come back in tomorrow, do what I'm supposed to do, and win or lose, I can be positive on the day. You know, it's not it's not like, I'm telling you, once you learn how to do that, you will be in that position of where you're paying yourself out. You don't need to do this, you don't need to do that. It's a lot more easier. You know, anything that anybody tells you will not matter. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Hope you guys learned something today. And we're gonna be back tomorrow, 9:15, you know, 9:10, 9:15. But until then,